Rookie from PbFiXX, and this is a basic maintenance how-to on how to maintain a hybrid push-button ASA. I got the hybrid push-button ASA. The milling is the newer style, so it's looks a little different, but it's same on the inside. I have it pressurized. If you notice that there's no leaks, it doesn't sit there and vent out as you have the pressure on, as everybody knows. And if you turn it on, you have the air go through. Okay, so that's the way it's supposed to operate. Do this way. Take that off. Unplug that from there. Okay, you have two sides of the button. Both of these sides take a 3/16 Allen wrench. I just happen to have two of them right here. You unscrew them. Now, if it's really tight to unscrew, don't sit there and crank on it, because I'll show you why here in a second. That's all that there is to the button. If you over tighten or like really crank down on this thing, you're gonna snap that right off, and then you're kind of SOL, because, well, they don't make these anymore. I guess you can find parts somewhere, but I don't know where. As we learned with another one. Okay, you have here, you push the internals out. Alright, there's your little piston. Okay, and then you have this little guy right here. And if you're not lucky enough to have snap ring pliers or haven't bought any, you can always use, well, I lied. If you're strong enough, you could use those. I have snap ring pliers right here. Oh, I cranked it down pretty good. You twist this little wheel out of here. Okay. I bought these from the Home Depot for like 20 bucks. They come in real handy for a lot of different things, especially if you're working on a lot of different guns. You have, I believe these are size 1090 O-rings. You have one on the outside. You have this wide ring where the air passes through. Ah, come on. This wide ring where the air passes through. You have another 1090 O-ring. These O-rings are all the same size. And then you have a smaller ring. And then at the very back you have another 1090 O-ring. Pretty simple. If the O-ring, I threw the old O-rings back away, but if these O-rings look bad or if they're all worn or whatever, you replace them. If they look okay and there's no cracks or anything, replace them anyways, because it's just always a good sign that if you have something that's been sitting around a while or hasn't been used in a while, the O-rings are probably bad. So you just put the O-rings back in, make sure that sits flush. Small one goes in first. Next O-ring. Okay. Large ring goes in next. Okay, last O-ring. Kind of just mash it down in there, make sure it sits kind of flush. Then you put your ring back in there, this retaining ring. Kind of get it to start. Oh, let's get started off wrong. Come on now. Alright. This isn't really that hard. I just have a way of making things look a lot harder than what they really are. Okay. Got it in there. This you can actually kind of crank down on a little bit, but not too terribly hard. Give it a little, and then there we go. Okay, so now you have this. Well, I've already oiled this. Of course, you're going to put oil on the O-ring before you put it back in. That was my bonehead mistake. Okay, snap that back into place. And this screws back onto here. Now, remember what I said earlier about not, get it kind of in there, about not really like cranking down on this. And I'm dead serious about that because I've done it before and I've broken one. And now we have one out of the screws. Just kind of like give it a little, just enough to snug it up. That way you don't, it doesn't fly back out on you. Okay, so now you have a operational push button ASA. And then shuts off. Just like that. On, off. So there you go.